Just when you thought the 2020 elections could not get any more blatantly staged, new information has surfaced regarding the vote counting software and machine manufacturing companies' ties to high-ranking DC officials. Let me begin by giving you a brief rundown of the company that manages the software. The software is called Dominion Voting Systems. Dominion is a Canadian-founded company dating back to 2000 and began its rough reputation the following year when an investigation demonstrated that the machine's smart cards were easily manipulated to vote more than once. Furthermore, on the software end, it was reported that there was weak cryptography allowing potential vote counts to be hacked and vote totals changed. All of this and more is highlighted in the 2006 documentary titled Hacking Democracy. But here is where things get really interesting. Dominion Voting Systems is the driving force behind the Clinton Foundation's foreign voting relief organization called the DeLeon Project. Not only does that make DeLeon a partner with the Clinton Foundation, but also, as reported by the Washington Post, in 2014 alone, Dominion donated nearly $50,000 to the Clinton Foundation. Furthering the Clinton connection, listed as a former owner and founder of Dominion Voting Systems is William Kennard. Kennard is currently on the board of directors for AT&T and soon to be chairman in 2021. Looking into Kennard's past, you'll find he was appointed by the Obama administration as ambassador to the European Union from 2009 to 2014, as well as being appointed to the chair of Federal Communications from 1997 to 2001 by none other than Bill Clinton. As if Clinton connections were not enough to show who the creators of this voting system favor, in 2014, when Dominion was in search of lobbyists in DC, they hired Nancy Pelosi's former chief of staff. This undoubtedly is the definition of a conflict of interest. Back to present day, a quick search pulls up that this software is being used in 28 states for the 2020 elections, including every single one of the swing states that are crucial to determining the fate of the election. Unsurprisingly, Dominion is responsible for the accidental vote count in Georgia that caused 6,000 Trump votes to be cast over to Biden. This incident was caught and corrected, allowing it to be quickly swept under the rug. Obviously, these issues from 2003 seem like they were never really worked out fully. The issue here is the question of how many votes were handed over to the opponent and not caught. The night of November 2nd, the day before the election, polling stations reported Dominion personnel performing an update on the counting systems. This is rather odd considering most updates need testing to work out any bugs or kinks. Personally, I believe they were not installing updates. I believe they were hacking the system to steal votes in favor of Biden. The only reason why the 6,000 votes in Georgia were given back to Trump is because they were caught. If we allow this clear and blatant hijacking of the US election to go unnoticed, not only will we be stuck with a communist dictatorship of Biden-Harris for the next 4 years, but this will solidify that they can get away with this. No election following could ever be trusted. The Trump Legal Fund is already investigating multiple credible cases of voter fraud and ballot harvesting, but the conflict of interest seems to be going widely unnoticed. The most powerful tool we have is our faith and knowledge, so please do your part and spread it. On a side note, I want to clarify a topic I touched on in my previous election video. It appears the watermark ballots theory seems to have been fabricated. There are some traceable roots in truth, with some ballots being watermarked for authenticity, but not all, so it seems this perhaps is not the save-all game plan. Trump and his legal team have something more cooking up. Remember, all they have to do is prove a handful of voter fraud cases, and it will shatter the notion of election integrity. Once this case heads to the Supreme Court, we're looking at a 6-3 Republican ratio. Trump has this one in the bag, and I have no doubt there is plenty of proof of voter fraud. There's new information coming out on this topic nearly on an hourly basis, so I'll keep you updated with any breaking news the lamestream media is failing to recognize.